Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today is my very first Fairy Friday video. As you can guess from the title, these will be going up on Fridays, but just like the Mermaid Mondays, they'll be going up every other Friday, so whenever there isn't a Mermaid Monday video, there will be a Fairy Friday video. Of course, that means that there will be a weird gap. There will sometimes be almost a 2-week long gap and then a 2-day gap, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But I will be putting out Wednesday videos, maybe not every week, but whenever I get the chance to. Also, for those of you guys asking, I will continue to do traditional speed paints. I'm not doing solely digital speed paints. The only reason why Mermaid Mondays and Fairy Fridays are digital is because that way I can record ahead of time and I don't have to worry about lighting and what time of day it is, so I can record it at nighttime and you guys wouldn't know the difference. This way I can still get videos out to you guys that have my drawing and my art and show my process, but it doesn't matter about like what time of day it is or if it's rainy or really dark and stormy, so that's the main reason. As you saw in the beginning, I start off with a very rough sketch. Usually it has a head and a spine, and this represents the line of action so that I can have a more dynamic pose. I will be doing a tips and tricks video for how to make more dynamic poses, so I'll go more in detail then. Usually I start off with a very rough and messy sketch for the pose. I just want to get the pose down, which is what I always start off with. And then you saw me do a more cleaned up sketch, which is kind of what I'm doing here. It's a little bit more refined, but the lines are definitely not perfect. But it's just to get the idea down, and it makes it easier for me when I do line art. The line art process is relatively simple. I just outline the lines that I think are best. Usually the most challenging part for line art is to getting it to look like the original sketch without keeping every single line that you put down. So I go by this pretty quickly. I skip most of it just because I think that it's not that entertaining, but if you guys want to see more of it in future videos, then let me know and I will include more. But I want to keep these videos relatively short so that you guys can watch it even if you don't have that much time. Base coloring is also the same, pretty simple. The most challenging part for me is getting the colors. So usually I just start off with whatever colors I can see the color in, because if you color in a very light color, it's really hard to see against a white background. So I don't really start with the colors that I go with in the end. However, this time it seems like I did, but I think I was just going with some gut feelings, or I wanted it to be leaves, so I just made it green, but usually I make them the randomest colors. So the next thing that I do is color the line art, and to do this I have a line art layer and I just clip another layer on top of it. And I have been experimenting with this recently, and as I said in the Mermaid Monday video, I really like how this turned out. I think it gives it a softer feel. So that's pretty self-explanatory, and now I'm doing the shading. A lot of the shading is pretty simple. I just choose a light source and then go from there. Afterwards, then I just airbrush a bunch of colors on, usually the pink on the cheeks, shoulders, and knees, and then I do more simple shading and gradients to tie it all together. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the very first Fairy Friday and look forward to more. Remember, they'll be going up every other week, just like Mermaid Mondays, so when there's no Mermaid Monday, there will be a Fairy Friday. So with that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep painting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!